Yo, what's goody?
No, that was trash. Let's do it again.
Yo, what's good?
Today, guys, I'm gonna talk about Chrollo's announcement saying about the critiques that that he's looking for, how to balance the game and stuff. And this is perfect because I was already planning on making a whole video just complaining, saying you're gonna ruin the game with all these dumb abilities and styles you're adding. But then he said that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Chrollo's really healing." Like, I could really, maybe, tell him that he shouldn't ruin this game before it's too late by adding the most broken styles. So I went ahead, made a Google Doc, just kind of explaining, you know, what he can do. Because the whole game, the point of the game is to be competitive. You can say it's competitive if you have 10 people on the court having the most broken style, spamming their abilities, not even be able to dribble. Like, I've seen people use the Chrollo style and not even dribble. But let's just see how this goes. Oh, wow. Only did one dribble and then just decided to shoot right there. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we just saw it on the very first play. Like, okay, wow, no dribbles. No dribbles. And just, oh my god, we're seeing it right when I said we were on the very first play. Hold on. He's just dribbling up, nothing much. Okay. Oh, oh, wow, we're already seeing it in play. They won't dribble, and they'll just use creator's dribble and go up to the paint and just dunk it. Like, where is the skill in that? It's to the point where they don't even have to dribble anymore. They can just walk up to their own 3-point line, use it, and then dunk. Like, the game is starting to become relying on your style and just style based. It's starting to become no skill at all. Like, the whole concept of the game with dribbling, 3 dribbles, the stamina, and all that, it's starting to be pointless because there's no point to it if everybody's just spamming their style and just relying on it. And it's also kind of already happening because let's just take a look at this. 1 week. It takes 1 week to get this. You can take as long as you want, but you have a week to get this. And dude, I got this on the very first day it came out. So even if you don't get it, you're gonna end up getting it anyways. So what I'm already saying is already kind of happening. We got people using Chrollo, and there's 10 people on the court either using Chrollo or some broken style and just spamming their abilities. I hope you can prevent that. Like what I'm trying to say, and what maybe the community is like, we're trying to tell you, like, yo, like, don't make it to the point where I can log into a game and I don't even have to dribble like this anymore. Because honestly, I don't. Look, I just wasted all this. Let's say someone passes it to me, I'm right here. I won't even dribble. And look how I'm already at the thing and I can dunk it. Like, you see how stupid that is? It should not be like that. But anyways, let's start with the first category, what styles are meant for. To begin with, you know, a person's style is only like an extension of a player. It shouldn't be, like a whole anime move set like Tatlas is doing, which I don't even know what was going through his freaking mind, where he thought he could bring a paintbrush into the game and make puddles on the floor, do a domain expansion and freeze everybody. Like, what is that, dude? Seriously. But anyways, it should not be like that at all. It should only be an extension of an expression how someone plays. It shouldn't be like a whole ability. It should only be an extension to their play style. Like, if someone is a passer, Phantom would obviously be the best play style for them because it passes. And like Flash, his ability to dash, be either offense or defensive, is a perfect style for someone who's both. It should be like your style of how you play. Like, if you want to dribble a lot, that's how it should be. A move would make you be able to dribble, not be able to freaking teleport you like this across the map. You know what I mean? For example, Kobe's, like fade away, and it can still be blockable. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like an instant score. Like, that would be pretty dumb. Like, the styles are only meant for like a signature aspect of a character, like how they play. or a it should really be like a personality, like how LaMelo doesn't care. He can just dribble, and his move is like a dribbling move that just kind of doesn't care, and then he can just lob it in there, but it can still be blocked. It should always be able to be blocked or stolen from, otherwise it's completely broken. The abilities should be, skill based in the sense that if you don't use it right, it's pointless. Like, for example, sniper's shooting ability from half court, it has a long hang time. If you don't use it right, or if you want to be stupid and use it when someone's right in front of you, it's obviously going to get blocked. That's how the shooting abilities should be like. Like when I shoot, it has such a hang time that can still be blocked. And like, or for example, Kobe's fadeaway, someone should be like in front of them when they do it, and it's like a half a second hang time where they shoot it, and the player can instantly, if they react fast enough, be able to block it or something like that. Styles should not be an instant score button like freaking creator's dribble. It should not be like creator's dribble where I can just go up the field like this and then, shoot right here, for example. Or if I'm feeling dumb, like this, and it goes all the way in there. Like, that is pretty dumb. Like that. It should not be like that. An instant score button from literally here. That is retarded. Have some skill in it. And it shouldn't be like a teleport freaking ability like Creator's Dribble or an unblockable dunk like Giant's uh ability where what is it called? Post or something where he can just automatically dunk it and not be blocked? No, that's unfair. The whole point of the abilities to make it competitive and skill based is by making it always be able to be blocked or whatever. It should not be an instant score button. Not only does it make it more fun, but it makes it more competitive than just spamming your abilities. Like I've seen people in the game who will waste all their abilities, and when that happens, when they play by themselves, they will be buns. I've 1v1 people without abilities, and dog, I'll 21-0 them, and I'm not the best player in this game. I'm decent. So imagine if they have the most broken ability, and I have a crap ability. Bro, they will demolish me every time. Like, imagine a noob having freaking Chrollo, and he can just do this every time. Like, that's so dumb. Like, and then I have like clutch, for example. Let's say my skill is so much better than his, but it doesn't matter because he can just take the ball, go right here, and I'm like right there, for example. I'm like, wait, what the heck is that? Oh my gosh, that's already a free dunk by the time I'm turning around. God dang, son. It should not be like that. You shouldn't rely on it. You should use it to rely on your own skill. That's how it should be. Now, moving to like how offensive style should be, it should be like a bonus move. It shouldn't be like, for example, and this is always the best one, freaking green. Like, look, even when I'm here, it's an 80% chance to go in. It will always go in. No matter what, that is retarded. It should not be like that. It should only be, like a bonus. Like this, for example. I use one dribble, two dribble, and then I use it to get open. For example, the best style in this game because he's perfectly balanced and a good style. Flash. It should be like Flash's style where I can do one dribble, another dribble, and then quick overstep. Also, I love how when you use it, you can still move with it. I can change the direction where it goes. Like, bro, that's so clean. And it should be like offensive styles. They should be able to be blocked. Like, let's say I do this, and then I use this too soon, and the guy's right here, and I use it too soon, and I didn't stun him. Now I have one more dribble left, and let's say I don't have a dash, and I go right, I try and score, it will still be blocked because I didn't, have enough skill. It should be like that, where I have to use my skill. I have to rely on my skill and not my abilities. I should rely on how I use my abilities and not rely on the ability itself. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be where you have to only rely on your abilities because you're buns at the game. No, it should never be an instant score. All right, now moving on to defensive abilities, like the dribble. Like, I was kind of already stating, it should only be like this distance. Like, for example, Emperor's distance is around the same distance as this, right? It should not be from here all the way over there. That is retarded. It makes the game so unfun because how are you even using skill to get over there? You're not. You're just teleporting over there essentially. So the dribbles also should only stun One person. So you still have to rely on your skill to score. Because if it's like goal dribble, where it can go past four people or five or three, look, let's say one person's over there, one person's over here, and three people right here, and I use gold and I go past all these three people. These two people are not gonna have enough time to react. That is dumb. It should not be like that. It should not be like that. The dribble should only stun one person. Max I would agree with is two. Because you still have at least one person here, and one person maybe right here. But three people? That's that's more than half a team, my boy. But yeah, so the distance should only be around like Emperor's Dribble. But also, this is just my own preference speaking here, but I don't like it when you have the dribble move and it like controls it for you. Like Emperor's Dribble, where you use it and then you use it again and it just, you know, moves however how it's designed to. I kind of like how, for example, the overdrive is like I was saying, it's like see, you can move with it. You can choose where it goes, and it's still like a super flashy. Like you see that? It's so cool. All right, now moving on to the shooting styles. It should have a certain distance. It should only, be like this far where I'm at. It should not go past this. Otherwise, that's kind of dumb. And then the hang time should be long enough where it can be blocked. It should not be where it's super fast. Let it always have a hang time so it can be blocked. Like for example, if you made like a Kobe move set and he does like a fadeaway, let it have like a half a second of a, setup to fade so it can still have enough time to be blocked. Or like Giant's thing when he uses the posterizer, I mean the post move and he goes out far and is when he shoots the two. That's a good hang time. It can be blocked. Right? It should be like that. It shouldn't be like an instant make it have, be able to have defensive awareness. It should not be where I could shoot it from a half behind my half court, like on my court, and just instantly make it. No, let the defense be able to recognize it and block it in time. Otherwise, the ability is just the instant make, which makes it unfun. We don't want instant make abilities. Because if you do that, it makes it unfun because there's no skill needed. No, like if you watch the NBA, if every person could make their shot, it wasn't any competition. They would just go from the half court, stay at the half court and just shoot it here. Boom, goes in. You watch the other people shoot it in, goes in. Oh, over here, he shoots it in, goes in. He shoots it over here, goes in. If you see them just shooting over and over, all over here, boom, over there, boom, right here, boom, he shoots it over and over, over, la, 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 la. Dude, you're just gonna be like, yo, this is boring. Where's the competition? Like, I see no blocks. I see nothing. Like, bro, you're gonna ruin the game if you do it like that. Even if it was like that in the NBA, no one would watch it. All right, so moving on to like defensive abilities, it shouldn't be like an auto steal, like tatless. Like I'm serious, dude. I don't know what he took that morning, but sheesh, bro, he was off the Gojo pack for sure. But yeah, don't do what Atlas did. I don't know what was going through his head when he decided to. Like, I'm going off topic here, but seriously, why did he bring a paintbrush as a move set in basketball?
Story time.
Dude, imagine you're playing pickup ball and you're like having a fun time at like the park or something. And you're like, yo, I'm pretty good today. It's a sunny day and everything. Boom, you see a dummy come up to you with a paintbrush and he's like, yo, let me hop in. Dude, you're gonna be like, yo, this guy must have done something that day. Like he must have put it up his butt. Like that's how he feeling right now. That's how he thinking. That's how he looking. Type. But seriously, like his moves are literally like a domain expansion. It like freezes you. Like, what? Like, I'm dribbling the ball and that happens, it's a domain expansion, I just fall down? Like, what? It's an instant steal. And then he has this other move that's literally an instant steal. It just automatically steals the ball. Like, no, please do not do this. Do not make instant steals. Where is the skill in that? There is none. It's similar to instant make. There is zero skill if you do this, and it will ruin the game. Imagine team people on the court have, like an instant steal. Bro, you will never make a shot. And then imagine having 10 people on the court who have an instant make from behind the half court. Buddy, you were never gonna even need to dribble. Like, see, this is what it's becoming to. It's like auto doing it for you. There is no skill. Do not end up doing that. Okay, going back to topic though. Yeah, don't make it auto steal. Now, for Emperor's Reach and other moves like this, like maybe Lock Intercept, make it like a skill-based activation. What I mean by this, it's like a Black Flash type of thing in like Battlegrounds where you have to time it exactly right in the exact interval, otherwise it won't work, you know? And to prevent like people spamming the ability to make sure they get it right, the time right, make it where if they spam it more than like 3 times or whatever, it'll like stun them or they'll be forced to like, it'll be like a cooldown penalty. They'll have a 5-second penalty for their move, so they won't be able to even use it. And if that seems ridiculous, well, hold on. Maybe you could also do like a more of a smaller duration. So like it's only 2 seconds because that is still skill in itself because you have to time it properly in order to get it. Otherwise, it's like just clicking it and you have to wait 7 seconds or 10 seconds for the ball to be passed and shot. It's obviously going to be passed and shot. If you make it 2 seconds, that is completely fair. The move in itself is stupid, but to completely balance it is if you give it a completely reasonable option like 2 seconds, that means you can time it correctly, but even then, like, if they just waste 2 dribbles in front of you, you can just turn it on because obviously they're gonna either shoot or pass it, but still, like, we're still trying to balance it out at least. Alright, and the third one was, like, if they steal it, make it, like, lock intercept. That's why I don't really care for lock intercepts because once he steals it, he has a stun and he can be stolen from. That's completely fine. If Emperor Reach had that, dude, I would not give a crap how far he can do it because if my teammate's right there, yo, instantly steal that. Boom. Like that's completely fair, you know? But obviously don't make it like he's stunned for like 2 seconds. All right, now it's kind of making the ability pointless. But if you make it where he's stunned for like half a second, then that's completely fair. You know what I mean? Okay, and now lastly for the defensive, snatch block. That thing is retarded. Like, don't make any more moves like this. Like, dude, that dude can literally camp in the paint, wait for the ball to be thrown, and then he can like obviously catch it. Make it like Star Leap, where it's delayed. Like that, like I don't care if Star Leap because you have to time it correctly. So there is skill in it. So if someone catches my ball, I'm like, you know what, you timed it correctly. That was a little bit skillful. I'll give him that. But snatch block, oh lord, that's an instant jump and take it from wherever. Like, dude, no, bro, make it delayed. Like, make it fair. Make it like Star Leap. But yeah, just make it delayed. Make it fair. Don't make it completely instant. Otherwise, it's just an instant steal. Now, moving on to like the summary, what I'm trying to get at. Never make a style like Tatless again. Please, that's not even basketball anymore. I don't even know what that is, bro. That you can put that, bro. You can put that like abilities, if you want to call it, in a freaking battleground game, and it'll work. Like that's how freaking stupid this style is. And then two, make it where it's not, auto this and auto that, or instant this and instant that, or whatever. Like, make it where you have to have skill. Like, if it's a shooting ability, make it where it can be blocked. If it's a dribbling ability, make it where it doesn't go half the court. It teleports over there. No, make it have a decent amount of distance. Like, make it to the point where skill is needed to play the game, right? So by doing this is meaning that the abilities can be blocked. The abilities aren't completely crazy. You have to use it correctly. And lastly, don't make it where the style is completely ruined or completely kind of, you can say, forget about the basics of the game. Don't make it where we can't or we completely forget about doing 3 dribbles. Don't make the styles literally, ignore the basics of the game. Make the basics of the game the main part. as I stated, make the styles just an extension of the personality of the player and how he used it. As I've stated, a fourth dribble kind of thing, you know, or like a fourth addition to shooting, after the three dribbles. Like make it like an addition, not a full on thing by itself. Like, for example, green, you know. I'm not just saying green. I'm not just saying that limit style is cooked in itself. No, it's like the miracle styles as well. Like goals dribble. Don't make it where the dribbling completely kind of forgets the basics of the game because honestly, it already does because it can go past three defenders, stun them, and then shoot and then score. Don't make the styles take out the basics of the game. Don't do that. As I've stated, make us, main the basics, main the skill. Make the styles and abilities only be an addition to how the player plays. All right, last note here. This is more like your goal to make it to the point when people make leagues or whatever, there doesn't have to be freaking rules. Imagine making a game and making it fun, but you start ruining it with the styles, and then now leagues to make it fun and fair, they have to create their own rules for the game. Buddy, do not like are we zeroing on it? Like, can we really put the puzzles together real quick and just think about this, okay? Okay, but anyways, back to it. Stop making styles so OP that even like leagues have to put rules. And the amount of rules that are in the leagues is just bogus because that just goes to show that there is too many OP things in the game that even the people that are making the leagues are like, yo, like, to make this fair, we have to do all this because all the styles are freaking broken. Alright, and lastly, um, well, this is kind of the end, but I just wanted to say, like, hey, Chrollo, if you ever see this or if this pops up somehow and they're for you or you just see this video, please, if you ever make it this far, I'm begging you to make it all dribbling style like Flash, like how he can move around when dribbling with this quick step. Like I want a character that both of his abilities are like quick step, but obviously don't make exact copy and paste. Like no, like make it where he can do like a crossover for one ability and the other is like a behind the back one. But I like how it doesn't, like, auto do it for you. You can move with it like I showed in the video, but yeah, like, it's not like an auto thing, you can move with it and stuff, and it just seems really cool. Well, yeah, that concludes it, and, hopefully, Carlo, you find inspiration from what I was saying. This is my first video ever, hopefully it gets better or my channel grows or something, but, yep, catch y'all on the next one.